Hi there, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share an effective prompt technique that I use for product management use cases. And this is building on top of one of my past videos where having mental clarity or having effective communication always comes handy when talking to either some person or LLM models. So in today's video, I'm going to work with a product management use case. So again, like previous video, there will be two parts. One is the part where I'm going to alter the behavior of LLM model by telling them what role they have to take, and followed by the use case that I want to run through. So I've already written it down to save time. So this is the first part, first paragraph, which is all about altering the LLM behavior or hinting them who they need to become. In this case, I'm saying that you become an expert product management leader with over 20 years of experience. And I've asked them to take on a role where they have worked with large organizations and various startups. And I've also mentioned that you are considered visionary yet pragmatic, because product management is not just about building features or writing roadmaps, but it also how you take those complex problems and divide them into smaller pieces where engineering teams can work on it, which is where I added this context. And I built upon that, saying that you're known for breaking the large products into smaller tactical work so that teams can work in parallel. Now, having given this context, the second part is the use case that we are trying to solve. And I'm going to paste that here now. And the idea is that considering I, as a product management person, is working on an upcoming product called Instagram. I know it doesn't exist, but it's an amalgamation of two different products. This is a photo sharing app with what Instagram does today, but also with Pinboard. And the additional context that I have provided LLM is that I have two full stack teams who are ready to work on the requirements, but the ask is product roadmap, engineering roadmap are not ready yet. So, which means engineering team cannot work on it yet. So your job, which means LLM, your job is to create details for all of these so that you can unblock engineering teams and work can start. With this, I will select the model and then I will send this to LLM. And as you can see, the first thing that LLM is doing is creating a product roadmap, and it is doing 3 to 4 months, 4 to 6, so every 3 months. So for every quarter, so for 3 quarters, it outlined what the product roadmap looks like. And it says you're building the photo sharing feature first with the profile setup and with simple search and discovery. And then in the next one, the advanced photo editing, follow and follow notification, and in release 3, pinboard customization, hashtag based discovery. So this is at the broad levels, and the stakeholders is not engineering in this case. The stakeholders are business people or e-staff, where you want to share as a product management leader how you see this product going and how you divided this into quarters, so that if you are working on an OKR based system, you can start defining what the key objectives or the KPIs would look like. But the second part, it created the engineering roadmap, which is much more tactical for engineering teams, and it divided that into 3 releases as well. And for every release, it created 2 sprints. So assuming it's a 3-month, so 3-month means 12 weeks, and every 12 weeks, and then it divided every month into 2 sprints. So it's in sprint 1, what are you going to build? In sprint 2, what are you going to build? Or when I say you, it means engineering team. And then similar for sprint 2 and 3. And then tactical sprints, it further laid out more details on within sprint 1 photo upload, what tasks they need to do. Within sprint 2, what tasks they need to do, and so on and so forth. But we can do a follow-up here because we have a chat system available here. So what we can say is, how about you add clear user stories for first 2 releases? define the acceptance criteria as well. So let's see what we get now. And we are focusing not on the product, but on the engineering roadmap. So see, now it's talking about release one, which maps to release one in engineering roadmap. And it further elaborated on the user story, which says, as a user, I want to be able to upload and share photos. And what is the acceptance criteria? Similarly for user two, user three, and so on and so forth. So the bottom line is the LLMs have been trained on a large amount of data, some only on the text data, some both audio, video, and we are primarily working with Llama 3 that has been trained on a large amount of text data. So considering the case of Llama 3, it knows a lot about the world. So if as the person who wants to learn more, we need to open up and share more about what we are looking for. And that goes back to my part on getting mental clarity, writing things clearly. And unless and until you get clarity, you may not receive a high quality output from LLM. And sometimes you may not even know. And in which case, this back and forth between talking to the LLM model, getting some response and refining your questions would help you evolve. And once you have that, I mean, it's basically copying this and just putting them in Jira or GitHub issues, or creating whatever product management tool you use, and adding some more context. And you this is just a starting point. The beauty of working with local LLMs and with private ChatGPT is I can start adding documents in here. I can really add more and more context about business because the data never leaves the boundary. But in this case, giving more context will help you get more actionable user stories or more actionable acceptance criteria in the context of the problem and the organization that you are working with. All right, fantastic. So I hope that this was useful. If there are any AI tools or areas about how AI systems work, or you are a developer and you are struggling with understanding how you can leverage AI for software development tasks or building systems, write down a comment below. Help us out in knowing what areas would help you, and we will make videos on those. All right. Thank you very much for your time. Until we meet next time, keep trying, keep practicing, and take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.